All right, welcome one, welcome all to the 2022 Fantasy Draft Order. All right, quick little recap from last season. We got some
Live streaming
interesting
the draft order.
game-breaking.
Where's that? It's live video.
Oh,
Oh,
welcome
sorry.
here. We just went live a second
Hey, hey.
ago.
Yeah.
We
I see.
just
Sorry.
started.
Let me mute myself.
Anyway, so I was just explaining that Kyle kind of broke the league last year. He made a trade with a team that doesn't exist anymore. So he traded away his 10th and got a 6th. The problem is the 6th that he got is from a team that doesn't exist anymore. So that pick, poof, gone. And the 10th he traded away into the void basically because that team doesn't exist anymore. So if you look here at the 10th round, there's literally just one less pick. So essentially he gets the first 24th round pick, aka the first pickup of the year, just to fill up his team. So that's pretty interesting. That's the first time it's ever happened. Another thing of note, Mihir, 2 first rounders this year. You got his and Kyle, which I reflected accordingly on this handy dandy little sheet here.
Oh, nice. Having those 2 first rounders, I'm rooting for not just me to have a high pick. I'm also rooting for Kyle to have a high pick.
Now I gotta ask you here. I gotta do a little interview. You
Yeah,
said like as of yesterday, 2 days ago, you're looking to trade away
yeah.
a first rounder.
Hey, listen. You know me. I'm always looking to wheel and deal. That's how I make my wins. That's how I've done well the last 2 seasons.
Eh,
My wheeling and dealing has been top notch the last 2 seasons. If that's rewind to last season, Derek remembers where I traded Cody Bellinger for Bryce Harper. What happened there? The list goes on. We can talk
Right
about
here.
Degrom.
That trade is
Degrom
right here.
for yes. Yep. Oh, there it is. There it is. Gorgeous.
Got
Oh,
fleeced. Do I
thank
win? Do I win first place last year? Do I win first place last year if I have Bryce Harper on my team? I think I get a little closer.
You'll never know. You'll never know.
Well, I could probably go back and do the math, but I'd rather not know
Yeah,
because I don't think it's going to turn out well for me anyway.
exactly. It's a new season. But yeah, listen, I think I always like to see where the value is. I like to see, what people would value and what people wouldn't. And, we'll see. Maybe, especially after we get the exact draft picks out of here, I could definitely make more aggressive calls. Or I was even thinking about trading for a first rounder. The
Whoa, going
options are
for the
endless.
three-peat? Oh my God,
Uh,
really trying to get that. What's your goal here by getting all these first rounders? What do you plan to
I've
do with all
been,
these guys?
there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. What can I say?
Because I would say this
Um,
year, there's probably like, if you look at the top 3 fantasy guys, it's like a. I don't know if the fantasy value is there for the top 3 guys as there has been in previous years.
you
Also,
know,
just a thing
yeah.
of note, um, Acuna and Tatis normally would probably go in the top 3 each,
Yeah.
are out
Ooh,
until at least May.
And now
very
Mike
true. Very
Trout,
true.
So,
because of his injury concerns, he's fallen down the average draft pick, and in all the projections project him to be a lot lower just because they expect him to miss
I saw a
time.
projection that had him going like 10th or something, or like in
You
the
want
Yeah.
something
6th.
crazier? I have here the ESPN. I don't know, little teaser, but they have some. This is their top 100 for fantasy, and I do not agree with it like at all. So we'll go through this.
Yeah.
We'll roast it, kind of like we did last year. I don't know if we did them or MLB.com last year, maybe at MLB.com, but we're gonna go through. We're gonna get a little vulgar in here. I'm sure it's not gonna be you know, so kind. Anyway, we have some new faces this year. Mihir, thank you very much for your boy Sadab. So the way it's going here, these are the 3 guys who are all new. Actually, Shajid isn't new, but Taylor and Sadab are new. They didn't pay, so I usually put this in the order they tell me. And so Shajid told me first that he wasn't gonna pay, so he gets pushed to the back, which was 12th. But then Taylor told me, so Shajid gets pushed to 11th, and Taylor is last. And then Sadab told me the other day that he's not gonna be able to pay, so gets pushed all the way to the back of the order there. So that's
For
kind of
those that,
how. So, because I
for
know
those
Mike,
that
you were
don't
asking
know,
earlier too.
yes, I was asking about that. For those who don't know, Taylor is coming over from fantasy hockey, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Another gonna I guess replace Gennady here in spirit
yeah.
from last year. Our other new face, we have another Spaniard joining the league in Gabe Espinoza. So
Trying to
Spanish
bring
usually do
back
pretty well. If you look back to the first 2 years here, the Spaniards do pretty well. But underrated story of like our old fantasy league. Kyle has been terrorizing us. Not only did he have an insane season last year, finished first, but he's only finished lower than silver once.
Yikes.
No one else can say that.
That was
Very few can even say they have a silver or a gold.
Yeah. Can't say I do.
You don't even have a bronze, brother.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Anyway, without further ado, let's do what we always do. We split the screen here. Actually, I don't know if you guys can see it on Discord. I'll fix it for you real quick. Give me one moment.
So Mahir, what is your you got two firsts. What's your ideal pairing? Is it just the 1-2 spot?
You know, I'm always the best player available kind of guy. So I'm not looking to reach for a pitcher. I'm not looking for a batter. I'm looking for give me the best player, best value at that position. I gotta see who the picks are. But I think there's a lot of value in that
That's
first round.
very
I think there's a lot of
fair.
question marks. So what else can I ask for? I've been successful in fantasy the last few years, and I want to keep up that success.
That's honestly that's a very good take, and that's probably the best thing you can say right now, especially because you have those two picks.
It's crazy. I mean, last season, at the midway point of the season, I was like 20 games under 500. I traded away Fernando Tatis because I said, you know what, now's the time for me to do away with this. Mark, I'll see you. My car's me in 2 minutes. You got it. Yeah. Thank you, bro.
You see, this is that trade he was talking about, where he got a first, a third, and a ninth for Tatis, which really propelled, Kyle to the next level there.
Yeah, and then I traded that ninth for George Springer, and I traded George Springer for Brandon Woodruff.
God, the whole little trade tree here. My God.
Yeah.
The last trade of the season, actually.
So, yeah, all that happened. I'm gonna lose signal in a second. I'm about to jump in the elevator.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Yeah. But I'm excited for another season with y'all. I think it's a great league. It's it's tough to have a good fantasy league that's consistent, honestly. And I'm glad this has worked.
Yeah, and we're definitely trending in the right direction. I mean, this year we're gonna have our trophy for the first time. I don't want to give too much away, but hopefully if the shipping works out, we can have a trophy to present for the actual draft on Sunday. I don't think it'll happen, but I tried my best to make it happen. I blame the factory because the person I was dealing with was not very cooperative. I literally offered. I'm like, let me save you shipping costs. I'll go to the factory. I'll pick up the trophy myself, or I'll have Mike or Kyle do it. But no, she didn't want to work with me, so it is what it is, I guess. What is it? We increased our buy-in this year to $50. So I was just saying that my goal was to have the trophy, get delivered by, or at least have it picked up, so we could have it for the draft order and have like a presentation, have like a little award ceremony for Kyle. But it didn't work out. It is what it is. We increased the buy-in this year. We got some new rules. I think the league's definitely trending in the right direction. I would have liked to see us expand, but it's nice to know that even with 3 guys leaving, we instantly filled that up with 3 more guys. And if anyone ever wants to return, I feel like
expansion.
Yeah, we can. I don't know. I see the league growing to 14 for next year, and hopefully we can get to 16 after that. Maybe we can start experimenting with divisions in a year or 2. That would be, I think, a ton of fun. Get some real rivalries established. Get some real shit talking going. I think if we keep increasing the buy-in too, people will take this league, even more seriously and have a lot more fun with it. And even the guys who aren't buying in, because they could still win the trophy, I feel like they're going to be competitive too, just so they could say they have it, just so they could say that their name's on the plaque. And this trophy, it lasts 12 years. There's 12 nameplates on it. So your name stays there for more than a decade on this thing. And I think that really speaks. I think people will really appreciate that. So everyone has something to fight for. Doesn't matter if you're buying in or not. It's not just about the money. It's about the prestige that goes behind it. Anyway, let's get into this. Without further ado, You can read it. Draft order. We're going from 12th to 1st. Sorry, 12th to 3rd, and then 1st, 12, 11, 10. Already taken care of. RNG number already listed here. Your number comes up in the RNG. You're going and getting your spot in the draft order. All right.
Ooh, I got lucky number 7. Oh, let's go.
So without further ado, with the 9th overall pick, let's see who that's going to. Going number 2, going to Edgar, getting the 9th overall pick. Honestly, I don't think he cares. Edgar has had a pretty good amount of success in this league. You know, he kind of broke us last year with his strategy. He'll have to adapt somehow. I don't know what even pick 9. Honestly, I don't know what the hell this first round is anymore. There's so much happening here, but I don't know. He'll make it happen. He'll make something happen. He'll use his big brain. He'll come up with something. All right, 8th overall pick goes to
Edgar.
Gabe, the newcomer. He wants to be next to Edgar. You know, him and him, but buddies. They want to be close. They want to be next to each other. None of them going to complain. Somehow, Mahir still he's guaranteed. He's already at 7 and 6. That's his worst case scenario here.
He's got 2 in the top 7. Yeah.
Oh my God. If he gets 1 and 2, I don't know what I'll do. Like, we need to maybe institute a lottery protected pick or something. So some stupid hockey type shit.
I think you need to roll that.
Nah.
Oh my God.
Who's next with the 7th overall pick?
This goes to, who is that? Pacini, lucky number 7.
Nice.
I don't know. Pacini always drafts a starting pitcher really high up. I don't know.
That 7th pick is going to be DeGrom. I'm calling it right now.
Honestly, I don't know if he'll fall that far.
I think he will.
He may, but he's definitely going to pick up a top 1 or 2 pitcher with that 7th overall pick. I see it. I feel it now. It's a good spot. I feel like he had the 7th overall last year as well, and I feel like he took DeGrom last year, right?
I think he had the 3rd overall last year.
He had 3rd. I mean, honestly, another DeGrom slot. It doesn't matter what pick he gets, so long as he can draft DeGrom in the 1st round. He doesn't give a shit what pick he has.
DeGrom or Cole, whoever lands the 7, he'll take him.
All right. Who's getting that 6th overall? 6th overall pick goes to
overall pick.
Me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this pick. Number 6.
Wow.
I don't know. It is what it is.
Punch coming together nicely for me.
Don't. Oh my God, Mike, you're still in this too. You're still in that top 5. You're in a top 5 pick.
I got the 4th pick last year, so I'm okay right now.
And don't sleep. Don't sleep on Jeremy either. I don't remember what pick Jeremy had in the 1st round either last year, but
I believe he had a low one.
He can do some work.
Bottom 3.
He can do some work, you know. He's always kind of underrated. He's always a sleeper, but he got bronze last year, man.
I feel like I'm always underrated too. It's weird.
All right. I don't have the full list here of how we all finished, but I remember your past 3 seasons are 10, 11, and 11.
Yes, that is.
All right, you can't get much worse. There's only uphill from here. All right. All right.
I mean, there's 12 I could get.
Pick number 5. Will we see Mahir? Will we see Mahir? A 5 or a 6 means a Mahir's pick. Oh, and there goes the first one of Mahir's picks. Wow.
Number 5.
At pick number 5.
I like the 5 though. I like the 5.
You like the 5. Well,
Got another one left.
I think you'll like your top 4 even more. Mike, you're still in this too.
I'm still in. Hey,
The baseball gods are looking at you right now. They're saying this kid keeps finishing at the bottom. We gotta give him something. You look at Mike's picks here. Where is it? You're all the freaking question marks, right, Mike?
hey.
Look at this. First, 2 seconds, 2/3, 3/6, 3/9, 2/8. All these great picks. Nothing on the tail end.
Buffalo Sabres, 'cause
Mike-
I got all these picks and I'll waste them.
Mike is he is all in this year. A top pick will go a long way. Pick number 4. Who's it going to? Who's 7? Oh, pick 4.
2 years in a row.
All right. Any foreshadowing now for 4?
A player.
A player, probably position player. I don't know if any starters are gonna go as high as 4.
I don't know.
I don't think we have a certainty anymore, especially now with the sticky stuff ban.
See.
Do we even know what the new CBA says regarding sticky stuff?
Probably it's not allowed.
Yeah, but no, but they're not allowing anything. Like even like the sweat and the rosin combination or sunscreen rosin.
Well, sunscreen rosin was like banned last year when they did the.
I know, but the rumor was that they were going to reinstitute it and that they were just going to keep the sticky tack banned and all those kinds of substances, but the rosin is going to stay. Because there are two legal substances used in an illegal manner versus one illegal substance used in an illegal manner. Anyway, top 3 picks. Got Jeremy, got me here, got Orlando. Orlando, huge sleeper last year. He took this league like he's not here like he's quiet, but he's a silent killer. He's still around. He's making some noise for himself. He's got himself what last year was his first year.
Last year was first year. So
Not gonna lie, he's lurking. I said I'm ready to get paid for this year. I said pay me the money, $50. You know who's number 2? Orlando. He's watching. He's ready. He said I'm ready. I'm here. I want the second overall pick, bare minimum. I'll pay you second. I want a bare minimum.
He's ready to see you get this next pick out.
All
so
right,
we
we're
can
looking
see
for
that he's in the top 2.
an 8, a 4, or a 5. Who's it gonna be? Oh,
4, 5, 8. So he gets the 3rd overall.
He gets the 3rd.
So Mahir gets a top 2 pick.
I mean, oh my God.
Wow.
All right, so we're looking for a 4 or 5. The next pick is the 1st overall. All right.
Oh, you're doing it that way.
Yeah, because it says 12 to 3 and then the 1st. So whoever comes up next, Jeremy or Mahir, getting the 1st overall pick, and it goes to.
Juan Soto will be mine.
Oh my God, Jeremy got 1.
Let's go.
Wow. So Mahir, you have 2 and you have 5. You have picks 2 and 5.
Soto might drop to like 5th. You never know.
Yeah, you can get him with your second pick even. There's a shot.
Soto?
I wouldn't let him, but I wouldn't let him fall that far if I had to say.
Maybe,
Soto?
Maybe
Yeah.
Harper goes 5th overall. You never know.
Oh, maybe he takes Soto and then Harper. Gets just the stacked outfield.
Get the on-base gods.
Oh my
That'd be
God,
nice.
yeah.
That'd be nice.
I mean,
Wow.
they're such great fantasy assets. To be honest, you can have two of the top 3 NL MVP finish like. No, they were the top 2, right, for NL MVP last year.
Harper Soto.
Yeah. Wow. And there's a chance you can get both of those guys. There's a strong chance you can get both of those guys. Anyway, what I like to do now with this time is I bring up, and I can send you this link too if you guys want to scroll around. But this is what ESPN says as your top. It says 300. We're not going through 300. We'll probably do first. I think we did 100 or 150 last year. We'll do something like that. But we'll go through. We'll hold it up next to the draft order here, knowing the tendencies of each of the players, and we'll see what we think the first round's going to look like this year. All right, so first overall pick, what do you think Jeremy's going to do? I see him as probably a Trey Turner kind of guy. I could see that. I could see a Vladdy Jr. kind of guy. I don't remember who exactly was on his team last year, but I don't feel like these are the worst guys.
No, I think they're great. I think they're great guys.
But do they fit Jeremy? That's the real
Sorry,
question.
I was in a Uber, but I'm out of it now. Wow, number 2 pick, man. I really wanted that number 1 for Soto, but can't complain.
If you look at ESPN's list, they got Soto going 2nd, so you might be lucky.
Who's going first?
Trey Turner.
That's what they say.
No, Jeremy's not going to take Trey Turner first. He's taking Soto first.
I honestly,
Ooh, you know what? No, I know who he might take.
Who do you
What
say?
happened?
Look at that number 10 pick right there.
You think he's taking Frederick?
Freeman guy.
You think Frederick Freeman
I
at
think there's a
1?
good chance. I think
That's
he could.
insane.
I
No
think there's a
way.
possibility. He was his. That's who it was. He picked Freeman, I think, in the first round last year at like 10 or 11.
Okay, that was fair last year to do 10 or 11. Like, do you think
know,
he'll reach
but
for him like that?
he might really like him and pick him first overall.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Or if you auto drafts and it's.
I don't think I agree with you there. I see one of these top 3 guys that Yeah, sorry, ESPN says here. I definitely can see that. And we
I may
know
offer lucrative trade for.
here you're cutting out a lot. We know you're going to trade something. I'm assuming you said you're going to trade your 5th overall. Because I think you're looking for Soto too.
No, sorry, I'm in another elevator because I went from my friend's building back to my building. But it's good
Not a
now, right?
problem, brother.
Yep.
Not a problem. You're
We're all
better
good.
now.
Yeah, you hear the crush. No, I mean I would offer for Juan Soto, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see. You know.
All right. All
I
right.
think
So what you're
the number
saying
two.
here, if he doesn't go first overall, you're taking him with the number 2 pick.
Oh, easy. No
So you're
question.
not gonna let him fall to 4th for me.
No, unfortunately not this time, Michael.
Darn.
Fortunately this time. Salaam alaikum.
I'll have to get someone else to trade down the road.
All right. So then, where's Orlando? We don't know enough about Orlando. Because he's so quiet. He's like a poker. He takes his league like he's playing poker. He's so freaking quiet, and he's gonna be good out of nowhere. He's gonna have the right amount of luck where he needs to. He hasn't established himself yet. People don't see him as a major threat yet. Because he's so quiet. He doesn't talk as much about baseball. And even when we were in school with him, he wasn't like always talking about it. But he was solid last year. So I don't know where that really leaves him. Like what are we saying? He takes it 3. There's a bunch of solid options here.
You know what? I kind of like the number 4 pick. I think that's like that's my ideal. If I'm not getting like the first overall pick, I think the number 4. You know what it is? Because the first few picks, it's kind of like it can go any way, and it's like you don't want to mess up that pick. So by the time it gets to like the 4th pick, it's almost like, all right, those 3 people went, and it's like then there's a clear like pick at that point. And, like that's how I
Yeah.
felt last year, because I think it was like Trout, then it was like Tatis, DeGrom,
Acuna.
and I was like, all right, Soto's like the clear next pick.
Word,
But if I had like a top 3 pick, it would have been like, do I go with him? Do I go with him? So
Dude, you know what I'm kind of hoping for, and I think is a possibility. If Mahir trades his 5th pick, Mahir, I'm definitely taking Bryce after you. If you decide to trade that 5, I'm definitely going Bryce. I think it has to be done.
Ah,
I don't
interesting.
know, Derek.
So you're saying,
On him last year. I don't know if
and that's why he wants me even more now. So you're saying you would trade for my first round 5th pick?
I would move up 1, but I wouldn't give you much extra value because I'm sure I could take someone great right after Bryce.
So I would give you my first I would give you my first rounder for your first rounder if you threw in a 5th round pick.
Not a goddamn chance in the world.
Right.
I'm not paying a 5th rounder to move up 1 spot.
How about 6?
That's the difference between Bryce Harper and no Bryce Harper.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the difference between Bryce Harper and another fantastic player.
Yeah, but there's no. That's true. That is true. I mean, unless who do you got eyes on that you think is gonna be that good?
I'm honestly not too afraid. I kind of like the 6th spot, to be honest. Before we get there, though, Mike, who's your eyes on at 4?
That's a great question. I'll figure that out Sunday.
No, come on. Gotta get.
Like I said, once those first 3 go, I think there will be a clear number 4 pick.
Clear number 4.
It's time for me to mock draft.
Here, let's try and pick his brain apart here. Try to make him blush. Mike, turn on your camera so we can see you blush.
I wouldn't mind taking Trey Turner for.
Trey Turner's a great 4. Especially if that's part of your strat.
Maybe Bryce Harper. Who knows? Maybe I take DeGrom.
I see Mike taking a picture with that one. Either DeGrom or Cole.
Yeah, I mean, last year I didn't take a pitcher till like the 12th round. Maybe I'm gonna do the first 12 rounds this year.
Mike is the kind of guy to do DeGrom, but I don't see him doing it. I don't see him. It is a reach at 4 to go for a DeGrom.
I don't think it's a reach. I mean, it really depends. It depends how you want to play it. if you could go boom or bust. DeGrom is boom or bust in the sense of health wise. So is Mike Trout right now. So is a lot of players, right? So it's just
I
like you could
see the mentality of that you have more. I don't think the Mets are done yet per se, but I think they have more inning eaters this year, and I feel like they won't have to
Yeah.
lean on DeGrom at all, and that they're gonna ease him into the season at least. They're not gonna throw him out there for, 8 innings every game from the get go. They're gonna
Or they
let him.
might.
They're gonna rest him a little more, especially if they can get off to a decent start
Yeah, but I mean,
and their
I feel
offense
like
is
if they can
clicking.
rest him, if they keep him healthy, then he gets a full season. A full season
Now,
of
I'll tell
DeGrom.
you this. I may not say DeGrom is a number 4, but I'm not so dumb as to say DeGrom is 22nd like ESPN does. What is this?
That's insane.
Yeah.
Do they not understand that DeGrom, had he not been hurt, literally would have pitched the best season of all time? He was on pace for it, and I'm sure he would have done it. He was
They also
unstoppable.
got, if you look at 9, they've got Ohtani as DH and starting pitcher as 1 instead of 2.
And the best part,
Oh,
that
that's
even boosts the Grom value more. DeGrom is like one of the only guys that no one's like ever called out for cheating. So if he was that good and he was legit, what the hell is going on? Is he
yeah.
is he cheating that we don't know about, or is he just a freak of nature?
I think he's just a freak of nature.
I don't think you're wrong.
I think he's just good.
Gotta be.
He's just
He
a
got
very good ball player.
Someone told him get good, and he got good.
Yeah. I mean, here you're looking at Bryce at 5 if he lasts. We know this.
That's if I want to pick Bryce. We'll see what I
You,
want.
bro, come on, Mr. Bryce, 40 home runs, bro. Bryce to 40.
Listen,
Come on.
I think it could be. It could be
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Bryce Harper might hit 40 this year. I'm like all on the Harper train.
No,
Hey,
now I'm a little more on the train.
Welcome to the Harper bandwagon.
All right, Mike, that's not that bold of a take.
For a while.
You're asking a guy who was top 2 MVP. Did he win the MVP last year? I forget.
Harper, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're asking a guy who won the MVP last year to hit 40 home runs. That's not that crazy of an ask.
It
Yeah.
is when he's only done it once.
Okay, and how old is he?
Like 28.
Oh, so the prime of his career.
Yeah.
You're asking a guy who's hit 40 home runs before in the prime of his career, just won an MVP to do it again? Doesn't sound that crazy when you phrase it that way.
And there's going to be less pressure on him because Phillies brought in Castellanos and Schwarber.
So he'll have more
By the
scary
way-
bats around him, so he'll see more good
By the
pitches.
way, are not bad picks.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I just, you know what? Mike, you're taking the leftovers of Orlando. That's what you're
I
doing.
like.
You're taking Orlando's leftover. I could see that happening. Now, as for me, shit, I don't know. I think
Garrett Cole, you know you won't do.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it again. I'm a little afraid from this year. He was not the same pitcher after all the sticky stuff. Now, granted, I still think he's a great pitcher, but I don't know if he's gonna be god tier again. I think a Shohei here is definitely something to work on. The problem is it's DH, so I'd have to use him in the util spot.
That is true. Would have to be in your
That-
util spot.
Yeah, that's my fear here. I still don't
mean,
understand.
You want your util spot player hitting 45 homers? I would take that.
Don't give a shit anymore. Let him hit 45. Let him get whatever crazy on base he wants.
Yeah.
And if
If he puts up the numbers he did last year, it's numbers.
if he can get more outfield time, and he can get that, he's not.
Outfield time.
They already announced
No.
that.
I mean, there's literally no reason to do that now because of the new rule, saying that when you pull your pitcher, if they were DHing, they don't have to come out of the game, or whatever. Like, 'cause the reason they were doing that last
yeah.
year with the outfield thing was they'd pull him from pitcher and put him in right field, so he could still hit.
Okay, so
But
he's just
now there's a rule where they implemented a new rule, literally just like for him. So if you pull your pitcher and he was DHing, if you pull him out of the game, they can still be the DH. So it makes 0 sense for him to ever take the field.
I'll tell you this. I
All right,
think
guys, I'm about to hop on some Madden with a friend, so I'm
All right.
yeah, you
not a
guys play
problem,
Madden?
broski. Thank you for
Have
coming
some
out.
fun.
Right, of course, of course.
You
It's like,
now you have what 36 hours to start thinking about what you're gonna do, or 40 hours or so.
oh, I mean, there's a lot of time, and I haven't. I've already opened up a mock draft on Yahoo Fantasy, so we're working as soon as possible.
All right,
Yeah.
dude. Take care.
I
All
see
right,
you
good
in
night,
here.
guys. Be good. Take care. Bye bye.
All right. So me and you now, Mike. What I'm thinking here, I think Shohei's a good spot. I don't know. I mean, Blue Jays are gonna be freaking stacked, dude. Bo Bichette, also great pick. I think Acuna's a solid pick here. I don't know if he's part of my strat necessarily. I'm a Kyle Tucker fan. I'm not a Kyle Tucker at
Ooh,
number 6 fan. I'm not a Kyle Tucker at 6 fan.
I like it, though. I like it.
Kyle Tucker at 6. First of all, I think Pacini is
Bold.
taking. If Kyle Tucker, like, Shohei goes to 7, I don't know. I feel like both those guys fit Pacini.
You know what? I think Kyle Tucker, where they have him at 11, I think that's like the perfect spot.
I see Pacini seeing that and going, oh shit, maybe. Wasn't he on his team last year?
Genie is not picking. Don't even type a hitter there. He's picking DeGrom or Cole, whoever is left at 7. I will guarantee that.
All right.
I don't remember a single draft in the last 4 years that he hasn't picked a pitcher in the first round.
You
Verlander,
make a good
DeGrom,
point.
Cole, like
But who knows? New year, new Pacini. Maybe he'll surprise.
no, no. Press X to doubt.
Let's see. Who am I thinking here? Maybe Otani. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see
Jose
what my.
Ramirez. I, the man will hit homers, steal bags, get doubles. Like
I know.
the man is very good. I'm surprised they have Bo Bichette up that high. Like very
He's
surprised.
because he gets everything. He gets every category, and Toronto's stacked.
I think though his on base is like 340. Like that's the only thing I think holding him down a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
And like he's not gonna hit 35 homers. Like he'll hit like 28, which I mean that's not nothing to slouch at, especially from the shortstop position. But to have him at 4, that's it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see, so
All right. The rest of this
oh
first round is very interesting. I literally have. You know what? This is my pick for Gabe. Question marks. Because I
yeah,
had no freaking clue.
Edgar. I'll
Edgar.
tell you right now who Edgar is going. What does he have? The 9th overall pick.
Yeah.
If he falls to 9, which I don't see how.
Bro, he's gonna take
He'll
Trout. Trout's gonna have an
he'll take
MVP
Vlad.
season.
He'll take Vlad. If Vlad falls to 9, he's taking Vladdy.
Bro, that's so ridiculous. No way Vladdy falls to 9. No way.
Vlad,
I don't think I'm not letting
Shohei,
Vlad fall to 9. I'll tell you that right now.
Devers. He might take Devers. He's a big Devers guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised Devers wasn't a little bit higher.
I'm very curious. This is a real interesting year for drafting because
There's
like
there's no clear picks here, man.
Trout, Acuna, Tatis. Where do they go? Because
Yeah.
they have Trout here at 21. I guess because they're worried about injuries.
Yeah,
But
that's
like
the only reason.
if
Has to be.
Trout's healthy, he's a clear number 1 overall pick. That's the thing.
I mean, I can't tell you you're wrong.
I understand he's not gonna steal 40 bags anymore. He's not even he might get 10.
I just think
But
that
between
maybe
his
Soto.
on-base,
The only thing, maybe Soto puts up better numbers than him. That's it. Over the course of an entire season. You probably look at Soto's past, 700 at bats. Ridiculous
the only
numbers.
thing with that I would argue that Trout's better is Trout is proven to hit more homers. Soto's surprisingly not hit many. Like last year after the All-Star break, yeah, he went off, and maybe he can he can probably do that for a full season this year, but Trout's proven that he can hit 35 plus homers like consistently. And if there's a healthy Otani, Rendon, Jared Walsh around him, he'll be getting more RBIs than like the 85 he usually gets because it's him and 8 randoms on the Angels. Um, but Acuna and Tatis, I have no clue where they're going. Because like they're easily top 5 picks any other year. But because they're gonna miss at least a month or 2 months of the season, where do they go? Like, do you value them that much when they come back, and hopefully they perform when they come back, that you take them in a top 5 spot or in the first round, or do they fall to like the second or even third round? It, I'm very curious with those two.
Man, I don't know. This is the hardest it's ever been by a
Like,
decent margin
like
to draft.
I'm tempted to take one of them at like the number 4 pick, but
Dude,
then it's like
this is
you
easily the
don't
hardest
have them
draft
for a month and a
we've
half.
ever had
You
to
don't have them for a
decide
month
on.
and a half. But if they're healthy when they come back, they're gonna carry you like a number 1 pick.
And even so, you got to think one of those guys they miss a month or two, but they're playing like a top three the entire time they're active. That has value. That has significant value.
Right, but again, it's if they come back and they're healthy. Like if Tatis comes back and he takes a swing and then like he feels discomfort in his wrist again, misses
Yeah.
more time, or Acuna comes back and then he slides or jumps or something and something happens to his ACL again.
And even so,
You know,
like
you might have to take.
if you're taking Tatis really high up and you're just gonna have him on an IR spot for however long, are you comfortable? It's a big chunk of the season. You're gonna lose a lot of categories that way.
I
You're gonna lose a lot of
I
points.
think I I honestly think in this draft the guys who have like the bottom few picks actually have like that's I think where they should go. Like if you drafted like Acuna or Tatis, like say Shiji drafted them at 10th overall, it's like okay, you get that really good pick when they come back, and then you don't have to wait long to make your next pick. Like not many guys go. Whereas like if I say I took one of them in 4th overall, now I have to wait. You know, was it like 14 picks or whatever it is for my next pick? That's actually going to be playing the entire season. So I think the bottom of the first round is a really good spot for those two to go.
I think I have so many options. Man, I feel like there's so like I'm looking through this list now. I'm like I can find ways to criticize every one of you or fall in love with every one of you. You know? Like there's so few picks here. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't want this guy on my team per se for the pick I'm probably gonna get him at. And there's so many guys. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I,
I'm curious about Mookie Betts. He had an off year last year,
he did, but it's also Mookie Betts, man.
so it's like,
He's
does he have a
amazing.
bounce back year? Are they valuing him too high at 7? Like, I feel like Betts is like a second round pick.
I
Also,
agree
hold
with
on,
you.
wait,
I
let's
think
just
even in our league he'll go second round. I think
hold on.
I think he's gonna fall that
Looking
far.
for someone. Derek, question.
Answer.
I'm looking through this list right now that you have up on the screen. I want you to look through the list 1 to 41 or 1 to 42 because that's who we can see. Who do you not see that should be up there?
Oh, in top 41.
Yeah. Or you can go top 42,
Okay,
whichever
I
you
need a
want.
hint because I don't want to waste too
All
much
right, well,
time.
just look through them real quick. And I will again, actually, in case I missed
Is
this one.
Tatis not here?
Well, he's not, but that's
You
not
think
who I
that's
was
fair?
thinking of. But uh, yeah. So the guy I'm looking for is not in the top 42, which I am shocked he's not up there. I'm shocked he's not in the top 20.
Where's Aaron? Where's Aaron Judge?
That's exactly who I'm thinking
Oh my
of.
God.
That's
What?
exactly who I'm thinking of. How is he not in the top?
50. They
I
hate
don't
the
know
Yankees.
what draft is getting Aaron Judge at 52.
Bro, Mahir's taking him in the second round. What are you, high?
He is a second round. He's a low first, high
Wow.
second round pick.
Wow.
That's
I
where
can't wait to see what Yahoo has to say, but dude, there's
Yeah, like,
absolutely no way.
That's unbelievable.
So Mahir doesn't have any second rounders, but
They have
he.
they have Chris Bryant at 40 and Aaron Judge at 52.
All right, I think that's because he's ranked what? He's number 14 outfielder and he's what, third baseman.
I
They-
guess
They have Young
I
Thick
guess
over.
because of the-
That's why it's
yeah,
just
I guess
position.
the position.
Yeah, they're ranking Austin Riley, Manny Machado, Devers, Ramirez over him.
I think Austin Riley has really I don't think last year was he just had a good season. I think that's him moving forward.
Now,
I think he
yeah.
found himself.
No,
Now,
I've
that
always
being
liked
said-
Austin Riley, and I
Oh,
think
is he
you probably know a
32?
little bit better.
I think 32 is good. That would be a third round. Yeah, yeah. I think Riley goes in the third round.
I'm just very nervous about starting pitching this year.
Yeah.
Like we all knew going into last year, which is ridiculous. I don't know why fans should not know that starting pitching is going to be ridiculous going into a season. Because we had all the talks about what's his punch's girlfriend face, Trevor Bauer. We had all of that news around him. Then we had he was telling all the Dodgers were doing all the sticky stuff, and then you have all the teams like, yeah, screw it, can't beat them, join them. So then, yeah, that whole absurd thing. So you knew all the starting pitching was going to be, consistent and reliable. This year, you don't know. A lot of guys are going to have to go back to their old ways, which they've already started to do because of the rules last year. But who's going to be able to hold themselves above the rest of the pack? I do not think Cole will be that guy. I think Cole will get shafted a pretty decent amount. He still has the velocity, and his velocity will still be up there, but his spin rate will fall off as it already has.
I think in all of baseball, Cole, I would definitely put Cole in the top 10. I don't know if he goes in the top 5.
I don't think he's number 8 in fantasy. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely not. I don't even know if he's in the top. I don't even know if he's in the top 5 of just pitchers. Off the top of my head, I would pick before Cole. I would pick DeGrom, probably Burns, Woodruff.
Yeah.
Maybe I think Scherzer and Cole could be interchangeable.
Scherzer at the point now in his career where he's gonna fall off one of these years, but he's also Max frickin' Scherzer, and he's insane.
No, they've been saying that for the last couple of years, and they said that after the shortened season when he had a bad year and he had a 3.6.
They've been saying it for 3 or 4 years now.
Last year he was runner up to the Cy Young. So
I don't know. I'm always a huge Max Scherzer fan. I don't know. If I had, he would be one of the first jerseys I get if I get a jersey that's not a Yankee player.
That duo in Milwaukee, Woodruff and Burns. You see him at 15, 16 on the list.
Oh, what do they call him? The law firm. John Boy calls him.
Yep. I would take those two DeGrom before Cole.
I would do the exact same thing. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's it. No. You wouldn't put anyone else in that conversation. I don't think.
Maybe you can argue Bieber.
No, I think I would still do.
I think you could argue Bieber.
I would say many.
I would for guaranteed. If you want
Consistency?
guaranteed something, I would say Cole. But who has the higher ceiling, I think would be Bieber. Not by much, but I think he edges Cole out slightly.
I would say otherwise. I would say if I'm looking for consistency, I'm taking Bieber. If I'm looking for a little bit of a higher end, I'm going Cole.
Really,
Cole,
I see it the other way.
I feel like Cole has more to play for. Cole has more reason to try harder this year than Bieber does. The Guardians aren't going anywhere. The Yankees, they gotta fight. They gotta fight this year hard. If they want anything. And I feel like him and Donaldson. Oh my God, I hope they just fight each other constantly. and just push each other to new heights. Donaldson's gonna win an MVP somehow. And Cole's gonna get another Cy Young. Let me dream, by the way. Just let me have my moment. They're gonna fight
I
each
have
other
a
in the locker room. They're gonna what? Bryce Harper, Jonathan Papelbon each other on
yeah.
a regular basis. Oh no, they're just friends now. They're having fun. I think Cole's bleeding. I think he broke a
Oh
knuckle.
no.
Donaldson's there with a missing tooth. He's like, yeah, I'm taking my next step back. What are you, nuts? He starts screaming at the pitcher. Oh
So
man.
I was thinking this past week. I think I've locked in my second round pick. Um,
Say
I
it
already know
now.
what
There's no
I
way
have.
anyone's gonna take it. Say it.
No, I know no one's gonna take it because I don't think anyone see him as a second round pick. I see him as a second round pick, like a good second round pick that I think people are gonna like. He's gonna fall to like 4, 5, 6, maybe.
What's the deal with
Um,
whatchamacallit, Dustin May?
he's not coming back till like maybe August earliest.
Oh, damn.
I mean, he only got Tommy John, I think, last July or something,
Okay. Okay, that's fair.
maybe
Really? It
June.
was that
So like,
late?
so like
I thought it was early, I thought it was
it.
like 3 starts in and then he had it.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure his expected return is August.
Sometime second half of the season. God damn it. He was clear to start throwing in November 1st. Wow, that's a long recovery time. Damn.
Yeah, it's weird. Tommy John's weird because you can have some guys that come back in like 10 months. I mean, that's not common at all. But like, I I forget. I can't think of who it was. Um, it might have been Giolito. He had I think on like the Rose rotation he mentioned it. Like he came back in like 10 months, and then there's other guys like Syndergaard who he had it last March, and then I'm sorry, he had it. When did he have it? He had it March. He had it March of 2020. So he missed the whole COVID season, and then he was supposed to come back. I think in like May or June of last year, and he ended up coming back in like September because he had setbacks. So he was like 14, 15 months or longer, something like that. Um, so it differs for everyone, but there I think he's expected um August. But I
Do
I
we
I have a locked in second round pick, but at the same time, it's like when it's my pick because I'll have the 4 plus 12 is what 16th. I'll have the 16th picks. I don't know. Depending on who's recommended at that time. Wait, I have 2 seconds. Oh
do
yeah,
you
no, I'm
have?
taking him in the second round. Whose second do I have? Oh, I have Mahir's.
Oh.
So Mahir. Wait, what was Mahir's pick?
Here's a lower.
Round.
He's a lower pick. He's a lower
Is he
second
the
rounder.
5? Mahir is the
Oh,
5.
it is a 5. So
So I'll have back to
it's
back. I'll have
yeah. You have back
the
to back.
16th, 17th. Wait, no, other way around. I'll have the 13th,
Oh,
14th,
hold on. This will tell you. Picks
or 15th,
owned.
16th. I don't math.
Bernie Bros. Oh, so you have Bernie Bros and your own. That's basically what this says.
Yeah, so I have the 15th and 16th pick of the second round
And I won't tell you this yet because
overall.
I haven't put in the draft order yet into
Fine.
excuse me, Yahoo.
But ooh, I also have 2/3. Maybe I'll keep him till the third because I don't even know if he'll go in the third round. I think I might take him in. I might take him in the third.
This
I
is very
think
interesting.
there's.
I think you got you have a lot of freaking picks early on, man.
I sure do. 3 6th rounders. That's huge.
But this is also the story last year.
Listen.
And where did that get you?
Oh,
It got me more picks for this year. This is the year. I'm telling you, man.
I'm literally the Buffalo Sabres of fantasy.
I literally don't know how you have so much intelligence regarding baseball, but yet are so bad when it comes to applying it.
I feel like I overvalue people because it's like, oh, I know what they've done. Like I know this player, and then other people who like don't really follow it that closely, and they kind of just like know their team or whatever. They'll see a guy and be like, like he's not doing it for me. I'll trade him to this guy who sees value in him. I held on to like Rendon and DJ last year because I was like, oh, these guys are proven, like they've done it, like I know they'll do well. And then Rendon just never got it going, and then was just injured. And
Does
DJ never
DJ
got it going.
does DJ get it going this year? He's looked good in spring training so far. I'll tell you that.
I think he's gonna be in the middle ground. I don't think he's gonna replicate what he did his first 2 years, but I think he'll be better than last year.
I'll tell you this: Glaber gets traded, and he's ever the second baseman. He will do it again. Otherwise, he will not. That's it. That's what it's coming down to.
I think the Yankees like need to trade Glaber because I don't think he's a good bench piece.
Yeah, he's his ceiling is still too high to be on the bench,
Yeah,
and
well,
he's
like he doesn't fit that bench piece like mentality of like, oh, I need to come in and kind of just like slap the ball.
there was
like,
a
I don't. I think
sorry.
he needs to get traded.
There was a great Talking Yanks quote, and it was
Ooh, I know the perfect landing spot for Glaber Torres.
hold on. After what I'm Talking Yanks,
Yeah.
Jake said that DJ LeMahieu will end up being the $100 million super util guy. How? How does that? How did we get to this
Because
point?
they'd rather play him. I'm sorry. They would rather play Isaiah Kiner-Falefa over DJ LeMahieu.
Well, DJ's not playing short,
Hilarious.
and Glaber's not playing
I
short.
understand,
Glaber can't
but-
play short, and DJ does not want to, nor can he necessarily play it. But where's Glaber Torres going?
I mean,
And what's the return for him, and why is it Oakland?
it's not Oakland.
Is it
I just thought of it. It's literally the best.
Arizona?
No, somewhere close to home, somewhere he likes.
Where?
I want to take you back to the last full season, 2019, where he had a great year. Right, he had a really good year. He had like 38 homers or something.
Yeah.
Where did he hit half of them?
Oh, you think he's going to Camden?
Or Maryland. I think, first of all, Orioles. I don't believe they have a second baseman like prospect or anything coming.
All right. But who are the Yankees getting in return?
I don't know. They can get some. The Yankees will find something. But I think if the Orioles traded for Glaber, that is like a perfect fit. Because then he can just play 82 games and 81 games in Camden Yards and literally just have 30 homers there and 5 on the road and call it a good season.
Glaber and who? Glaber and who gets a Cedric?
Oh, I don't think the Orioles do that. I think they want to hold on. If the Orioles are serious about actually like building a team and not just saying like, oh, look at these prospects we have, and then trading them after 2 years and saying, oh, look at these new prospects we have. I think they need to keep Mullins.
My thing is, I still think the Yankees believe in Glaber.
That being said, last year was his first. Granted, he did stop switch hitting, but last year was the first year he was like. I mean, he had an amazing year last year, but that was like the first year he was like even like above average or something. Maybe that's a fluke, and he like comes back down to earth, and they sell high on him. I mean, imagine the return they could get from the Yankees if they did Mullins, just Mullins by himself. The Yankees would have to like if they did like Glaber, and then it would have to be like a top 5 prospect or something.
Oh my god!
And I think that would be the more I think about it, I think Glaber to the Orioles would be so good.
It'd be hilarious too. But I don't know.
Like
The Yankees do it.
it just makes too much sense. But I don't think the Yankees want to give up on Glaber. Can we also take a step out to the Midwest, and if Gary's just DHing primarily for the Twins, I think he's gonna have a pretty good year.
I don't want to talk about the Twins. I don't want to talk about them. First of all, where's Correa?
Question. Correa is probably
69.
like fourth round. They got him lower.
Also,
I think Correa's like a fourth round pick, I think.
is Salvi the first catcher at 70?
Jesus.
There's gotta be another one. There's gonna be one or two catchers ahead of him.
No, there isn't.
Nope. Damn. I was thinking JT and then
the catch. It's gonna be like in one round.
Will Smith. Yeah.
Salvi, JT, Grandal are gonna go.
What's his face who broke out?
Grandal 130 something. Luke Voigt 150.
What does this mean? Up.
Wait, go back to them. I want to see what we may find it. Oh, they're prospects. Wait, no.
Tommy Pham.
Prospect. Tommy Pham.
Grichuk. Down. Oh, is this just like how they're shifting them over time?
I guess so.
Where's the first closer? Or the first relief pitcher even? Which I'm assuming to be a closer. So this is not gonna reflect our league because our league's gonna have more relief pitcher love. Oh my god. Hader at 66 and then Hendrick 68. Ooh, it's too low. These guys will go earlier for sure.
12 rounds. That's
Josh Hader's going second or third round in our league at least. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see someone that is undervalued.
According to this, yes.
Brian Reynolds at 80.
I love Brian Reynolds, man.
Not a shot. Like, I understand the Pirates are bad, but he is good.
Sorry, let me ask this question, and I'm gonna phrase it better.
They're not getting Brian Reynolds unless they trade like Jason Dominguez.
What round does Justin Verlander go in, and what round does Piccini take him in?
7th.
Piccini may reach. It's a very Piccini thing to do.
I think Justin Verlander will go in the 7th or 8th round.
That will be Piccini's third starting pitcher.
I can't wait to draft the fish with arms again. Like I did last year. That'll be great.
Javi Baez 76.
If I told you
last year, sorry, at the beginning of last year, that by this time next year, Jonathan India will be ranked higher than Javi Baez in a draft prediction, you would say who?
Yeah.
You'd say, did Javi get shot? Did he die?
No,
You would assume I was on some sort of hallucinogen.
let's go down a little bit more on the list. Let's see whoever they undervalued or overvalued.
You're 80. Here's your boy Rendon. Bro, what?
That's a tricky one.
I think I take Chapman first.
There's no way Rendon goes 86.
There's no... I get it. The ninth most value. No, Matt Chapman's not going this far. Sorry.
I think
the amount of protection in the Toronto lineup is absurd.
What round would that be? 8th? 9th?
I can't do math. I'm an engineer. What do you want from me?
You have Excel up. Use it. 90 divided by 12.
7th round.
7th round. I think Chapman will go in like 7. Rendon, I think, can go up to like 4. Just because, I mean, like,
Here's
He was
why
injured
though.
all last year, but even when he was playing last year, like he wasn't. Like he really was bad.
The eighth, he's ranked the eighth top eight third baseman. So that's
Yeah,
why
I don't think Rendon's.
he's this far low. He's first far down. My boy Haniger. This is exactly where I think he was like 90th overall last year
Yeah.
at the end of the
I
season.
think
So
Schwarber will be higher than 90.
yeah,
I think Schwarber's gonna
I could see that
thrive in
too.
Philly.
You think Franmel 92 or lower?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe around there, maybe lower.
I see lower here. All right, always the fun one. Who's taking Nelson Cruz?
I might take him again.
Bro, he's a second ranked DH. This has to be the biggest gap between two position players here. So I think Otani was DH1.
Yeah.
So it goes from like 9 to 90. That's funny. DJ
Oh, there's Tatis at 101.
ranked over Tatis. Get out of here. Stan at 104. Illegal.
Hey,
This
Suzuki at 96.
this
Wow,
should
they
be illegal.
really-
Giancarlo Stanton was so hot in the last year. He was hitting so many freaking ding dongs.
I
The
don't
lineup.
understand why everyone undervalues Stan. Like he's still an elite hitter.
I want that. I think John Boy Media,
He's-
the on the Talking Yanks,
mean,
they always.
I think he fell. I think he fell to like the 6th or 8th round or something last year, and I took him.
So he is. First of all, I agree. He's criminally underrated. Second of all, I think the Talking Yanks podcast constantly refers to him as like one of the all-time greats versus lefties. He literally has some of the greatest stats of all time. Like he's a top 3 hitter against left-handed pitching all time.
He also should play the outfield.
Yeah, he'll get more. He'll get more. I think we already said this year that he'll get more time. There's some good picks out here in the low hundreds. Belly,
Bellinger could be a
Grish.
steal.
Dude, there's no way
Like,
he's
if
this bad
you get
again.
him- if you
Don't
get him
care.
in like the 9th round, and then he comes back to close to 2019 Bellinger. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Willie
I think
Adames could be a very sneaky pick. Like you had him last year, I think, right?
Yeah, I traded it. I
Like, when
think
he went o-
I
when
may have
he
traded
went
for
over
him,
to
or I picked him up.
When he went
Yeah.
over to Milwaukee, like he was like an elite hitter.
Yeah, he was just saying how he's like, I just see this ball
Yeah, I
so
saw
much
that,
better
yeah.
here.
He couldn't see it in Tampa. So I mean,
Dude.
like if you don't have a shortstop, because if like there's a lot of elite shortstops, if you don't have one, and it's like the 8th, 9th round or something, like Willie Adames is like.
Well, they're also ranking him. They're ranking him what number here? The 15th shortstop? I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like
He's
I
top
think he
10
could-
maybe.
I think you could let everyone else, use their first 3-round picks on shortstops, and you could kind of pick other people and be like, yeah, Willie
Yeah.
Adames will be my shortstop.
It
I'll
is
get him
a
in the
stacked.
9th round, and
I
he'll
agree.
give me 4th round value.
He is a stacked. It is a stacked position, kind of. But
He's a 15.
DJ is very interesting because there's so much. No one knows how much time he's actually going to get. Everyone's kind of assuming him to be the starting second baseman, but I don't know that the Yankees will use him like that. I think maybe they give Old Man Donaldson. I guess technically Old Man is like 34. They may give DJ some more starts at third. They'll probably use him at all 3 positions that are listed there on a regular basis. They may use him as a super util. That's a
Look,
very realistic possibility.
look at 116 and 117.
Uh,
Who's better than your closer?
all right, and with that, we're going to conclude this draft order presentation. Thank you, everyone, so much for coming. Mike, it's been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure. Been a pleasure, my friend.
I'm looking forward to it already. A little treat. I don't know if anyone's made it this far. I highly doubt it, but you get to know this in advance. And Mike, you're the one that gets to know this in advance. Adela plans to make cake pops for Sunday.
Ooh.
And she's gonna put she's make them white and then put baseball laces on them.
Whoa.
So she's gonna make little baseball cake pops. She plans to. We'll see where it goes, but because she gave me a little reaction just now, she's like, "Oh shit, I gotta do it." But we bought the stuff, so let's not let the money go to waste, right, Adelichka? Right. All right, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone so much for watching.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Until next time.